What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Concrete Edge right here on Deco-Crete TV. My name is Jeff, and on today's show, we're just going to be talking about whether you should use a high or a low gloss sealer for your stamped concrete. So stay tuned, you're going to learn all about it. So, should stamped concrete be shiny or not? And I mean, you know, this question can come with a lot of debate in the industry. And you know, some people are just stuck on high gloss sealers, and other people, they just use high gloss because they don't really know any better. They've never seen stamped concrete with a matte finish or a low gloss finish, and they don't really know, how great that can look. So the first question is, what makes concrete shiny? And you know, honestly, the easiest way I can describe this is if we're gonna have stamped concrete and we're gonna make that surface to be, really high gloss, we're going to need to do two things. First of all, we're going to have to use a sealer with a high gloss resin, and second of all, we're probably going to have to put quite a bit on it. And both of those things can kind of lead to some problems down the road. First of all, the high gloss resins, the problem with those is that, these days that shine is just not going to last very long. UV rays just break down that gloss really, really fast. So what this causes is, we just had our stamped concrete sealed last year, and now it's not shiny anymore. And the tendency is to just put more sealer on it to keep that thing shiny. And when you do this, now we're just making the problem worse because we're just increasing the buildup. And so, the expectation that, sealing some stamped concrete, this summer, and we're going to be able to maintain that shine for the next 3 or 4 years, that just doesn't work like that. So it's going to create that high shine is going to lead to a lot of maintenance. And when it comes to the maintenance, the big misconception is that we need to put more sealer on it to just keep it shiny. And if you do like that shine, there are better ways of going about that. You can just use something like Rejuvenator, and that will maintain the shine for you, without adding any sealer to it. And the other hang up on shiny sealers, and this one is just complete preference. I know everybody has their own opinion on this, so please let us know in the comments, what you prefer. But I really, really believe that stamped concrete looks its best. It looks the most natural with a matte finish sealer. So if you take a little nature walk and you look at rocks that are out in your woods or wherever they might be, they're not very shiny to start off with. And so it's like the contractor works really hard to create this stone texture on the concrete, and now we're gonna put something on it that makes it look like a glaze. And in my opinion, it just looks kind of fake. So, I know it's a preference thing, but honestly, I just think that the matte finish sealers, they just look way, way better and more natural on stamped concrete. So when it comes to the more low gloss, matte finish sealers, this is, to me, again, all those problems we have the shiny sealers, this now becomes an advantage. It's gonna look more natural, it's gonna be less slippery. And the other great thing is, we don't need to put very much on. I mean, concrete doesn't need that much sealer in order to function. I mean, honestly, with a sealer like our D1, even after one coat, that surface is completely protected and it's very water repellent. I mean, honestly, the second coat is just to kind of bring out the color altogether. So the beauty of these sealers are we just don't have to put very much on, and this is going to lead to less problems down the road. We're not worried about that yearly maintenance. I mean, honestly, a patio that's sealed with D1 isn't going to look that different, 3 years down the road because there was never any shine to lose to start off with. With the matte finish sealers, I mean, it is still going to bring all the color out. It's still going to protect the surface. In fact, it's going to lead to way less problems down the road. We just didn't have to put that much on. We're not trying to worry about creating that glaze, that look on there. And again, all that being said, I will say that those who do switch to a more low gloss sealer, I have never seen one that, switched to that and then ended up going back to high gloss. After you see how great low gloss can look, especially with something like D1 and the lack of problems down the road, I just never seen anybody that went back to a high build, high gloss sealer. So how do we create a low gloss finish? I mean, what I wouldn't do is use a water-based sealer for stamped concrete, especially the stuff that's outside. And I know that a lot of people have seen this, even a high gloss water-based sealer is just not going to be that shiny anyways. But water-based sealers can be a bad idea exterior just because they're hard to reseal. And if there ever is an actual problem with it, it's just really, really hard to fix. And so the easy answer to all of this is a D1 sealer. That one is very natural looking, very low gloss all on its own. And after 2 coats, again, all the color is going to be there. It's going to make stamped concrete look exactly the way it should. Well, guys, that's pretty much it for this week's show. Thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Man, we really, really do appreciate all the support that you guys show to the channel. So from all of us here at Deco-Crete TV, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.